Mike. Mike.
Good afternoon from the Sanyang football field, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You most welcome and welcome to the Sanyang football field for the West Coast Third Division qualifier between Bairo Football Club and SMS Football Academy. And the ground in Sanyang is all set and all set for this huge class. Bairo Football Club under the guidance of head coach Babu Karba and Yusuf Abujang. Currently playing from our left to right. Dressed in their colorful light green shorts, and of course black socks. Playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin. Whilst SMS Football Academy under the guidance of Abu Bijalo and Sheriff Manga. Kicks from our right to left, dressed in green and white shorts, green shorts and white socks. Of course, from the Sanyang football field and live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin, Parliament Fatih Kemo Kanye, and of course behind camera operations, Osman Kamara and the team of camera operators. And in case you're just joining us, it is the West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifier, and it is the second game for both Bairo and SMS Football Academy. Bairo Football Club got the better of HDW Sports this time. That was definitely a fantastic effort, but finally Albert Pereira could not divert that into a goal, and the score is still 0-0. In case you're just joining us, Bairo, under the guidance of Babukar Ba and Yusuf Abujang. And the team has started this game with Suleiman Sane in goal as usual, Osman Manga, Dominic Mendy, Abdurrahman Fai, Kalilu Baji, Bakari Jaju, Momodu Jalo, Abdullah Sow, the team captain Lamin Koma, Kajali Mane and Abdu Sanyang completes the 11, and the team has already made just a substitution to the starting 11 that got the better of HDW Sports in their first game. And SMS Football Academy, under the guidance of Abibucha Abu Bijalo, has started this game with Vicente Gomez as usual, Bekai Sankare, Ali Koli, Omar Jiba, Per Sambu, Cherno Sala, Pa Malik Sala, Ali Ujiba, Mamadi Baji, Ibrahima Conte and Albert Pereira is the only player that was in part of the starting 11 to the team that got the better of Madrid Butterboot by 2-0 in their first game. Lively and entertaining. In case you're just joining us, it's LSTV1 at the comment, just as I said, Parliament Fatih, Kemo Kanye and Osman and the team behind camera operations. Few minutes into the contest, the score is already 0-0 from the Sanyang football field. Kemo is of course at the Sanyang football field, where we are currently witnessing this crucial and lively game between Bairo Football Club and SMS. And of course, the intention of both sides are definitely very clear, as Bairo and SMS Football Academy hopes to secure a spot to book a place in the third round of this year's West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifier. But if they want to advance, they will surely get the better of one another, either in regulation or post-match shootout. But currently the score is 0-0 after winning at their first games respectively.
Yes, that is the intention for them to get themselves an advancement into the qualifiers. But remember, these are two very good sides. Whenever they meet, you expect to see very, very beautiful football, and then hopefully we are going to see that. That's our anticipation before coming into this particular game here. Bairo is a very, very good side. Who knows? Who watches Brikama football? Summer Noet, and will know that Bairo is a very, very good side. So as SMS also, they have played so many. Test games before coming into this, playing against so many experienced sides and then getting a win against those sides there. So these are two very good sides that are currently taking on against each other here. So it is going to be a very, very interesting affair. And already in the initial part of the game, we have seen that the game has produced at that magnificent tempo in trying to making sure that goals are produced into this particular contest, especially from the side of the SMS Football Academy, who are still mounting a lot of pressure on this on the Bairo side here. But Bairo continues to defend very well against them, because they know that conceding the goal in the early part of the game will perhaps might be detrimental to their course of getting a qualifying spot into the third division proper. So they one of the sides here must win this. They know very well that this particular opponent is a very, very tough side, and then they must win against their opponents today to get themselves an advanced stage or advanced position into the third division qualifiers. But firstly, we will see what this particular regulation time here will give us at the end of the day. But it is going to be a very, very interesting affair between these two very good sides.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Few minutes into the contest, just as I said, Abdurrahman Fai decently delivered, and his delivery has been caught short by the defenders of SMS Football Academy. And Bairo once again, Omar Jiba clears that ball desperately. Lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field is live on LSTV1. Abdurrahman Fai to deliver the throw in to the team captain, and so Abdullah is being penalized by the flag of the assistant referee. In case you're just joining us, it's a clash between Bairo Football Club, a team from Brikama, against SMS Football Academy, a team based in Maria Makunda. Ali Koli, one of the central defenders, to Albert Pereira, getting it down on the far side. The boys dressed in green and white. Ibrahima Conte. And Conte's final delivery has been penalized by the flag of the assistant referee. for a set piece to Bairo Football Club. Busy technical area for Gavas. Babukar Ba and Abu Bijalo on the technical area for Bairo and SMS Football Academy. Around the center circle, Mamadi Baji, who scored one of the goals, team captain getting it further to Cherno Sala. And Cherno lost possession. Bairo will use the opportunity to build on. Cherno once again. The central referee not the least interested. And the central referee is Yankuba I.M. Jaju. Makilu Sedi, Banja Fatajo, and Abubakar Jabi. Vicente Gomez, the goalkeeper, to Ali Koli. Ali getting it down. Pamalik Salah. Pamalik spreading it wide on the right side of the defense to Bekai Sankare. And Bekai's final delivery resulted to a throw-in on the far side to the boys in green and white SMS Football Academy. On SMS Football Academy nil. That's a fantastic back heel from Ibrahima Conte. And Ibrahima is also having his fourth game after missing out in the fourth game against Madrid Batabut. Omar Jiba. Pamalik Salah getting it down to Sankare. SMS Football Academy enjoying possession in their own half. It's going to be a chase on the far side. And Albert Pereira is penalized by the flag of the assistant referee for an offside. Albert Pereira, a fantastic goal scorer, scored a brace in the 2-2 draw against Bakau United in a friendly. Missed the starting 11 in the first game. And of course, one of the starters in the second game against Bairo. And Bairo in their fourth game got the better of HDW Sports on post-match shootout after a nail-biting 1-1 draw. Fantastic delivery. Albert Pereira calling in for a handball. Spreads it wide to Cherno Sala. Cherno played in the Serekunda West Somanawetan for Manga 11. And of course, currently playing for SMS Football Academy in the qualifier, Ali Koli. Fantastic defending from Ali. Ali getting it forward. The flag of the assistant referee has gone up. From a defensive position to an offensive position, Ali Koli. And he scored one of the goals in the 2-1 defeat to Aliso FC in the friendly. And Ali is currently having the defensive partnership alongside Omar Jiba. Bekai Sankare operates on the right side of the defense, while Spare Sambu deployed on the left side of the defense. Team captain Aliu Jiba is of course playing as one of the holding midfielders alongside Pamalik Salah around the edge of the 18. An opportunity for Bairo, partly caught out Aliu Jiba, team captain. Pamalik Salah with the clearance to Cherno Salah. We have two Salahs. On the far side is Ibrahima Conte. Ibrahima Rasul and rewarded by the central referee Yankuba I.M. Chaju. Lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field. In case you're just joining us, it is the 2025-26 West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifier, and currently over 60 teams are battling for 3 available spots. Mamadi Baji, who scored one of the goals in the 2-0 victory over Madrid Batabut, has also started this contest against Bairo FC. Abdurrahman Fai getting it down. Great combination from the boys from Brikama. Central referee not interested. Usman Manga long to Abdurrahman Fai. Marjiba just there in time. Intention very clear. Both sides hoping to advance. The winner will advance whilst the loser will crash out. And that's going to be the end of the journey for the side that lost the contest. Mamadi Baji. Mamadi spreads it forward to Albert Pereira. Timely interception from the central defender 34 Osman Manga for Bairo. Lively and entertaining. The boys from Maria Makunda and its satellite communities against the boys from Brikama. SMS Football Academy is an academy established this season, trying to hold possession, and the central referee not interested. Abdullah Shaw, team captain, getting it down. Ambitious players hoping to get it. Swiftly taken. SMS will start the play from their own half. Ali Koli. Ali going long. Albert Pereira around the edge. The goalkeeper came rushing straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper Suleiman Sane. In case you're just joining us, this is lively and entertaining from the Sanyang football field. It is the West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifiers and the 2025-26 edition. Bairo up against SMS Football Academy in the second game of the qualifier for both sides. Bairo got the better of HDW Sports on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation, whilst SMS Football Academy got the better of Madrid Batabu 2-0 to book a place and get a spot in the second round, where they're currently taking on Bairo FC. Spreads it wide, trying to connect the run of Sankare. Bekai Sankare operating on the right side of the defense, floats that ball decently, and Bakari rose the highest to note that ball down. Once again, SMS Football Academy. That's a foul at a crucial position. Gemo, of course, the intention is very clear, but looking at both sides, I think SMS Football Academy seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this lively and entertaining. And judging by the look of things, I think they are currently on the ascendancy over Bairo FC.
Very well, Pa. They are causing a lot of trouble for the Bairo FC side here, and then their game has just manifested that. Since the game has started, we have seen them coming close on several occasions since trying to open their mark here. But nonetheless, Bairo keeps on defending and also trying to be very resolute against this SMS Football Academy side here. But I mean, the game still continues here, and currently SMS benefited a free kick at a very, very good set piece position there. So you have three players who are currently there, one of which will be one of which will be executing this particular free kick for the SMS side. So we will see what they will be able to do about this particular free kick here, and then let's see what it benefits them at this particular point. But
it's a set piece, currently two players behind the ball. Per Sambu will solely take that. This time around, leave that ball, struck the wall. That wasn't a decent delivery from Ibrahima Conte. And Bairo picks possession deep in their own half. Spreads it wide from the left to the right. Cherno Sala down for some defensive duties. Team captain Aliu Jiba, the team captain, getting it down on the far side. SMS Football Academy will chase. Bairo on some defensive duties, getting it down wide. Bairo will start the play from their own half. Fantastic combination from the boys from Brikama. Spreads it long. Sambo heading it down to Mamadi Baji. Mamadi will try to chase. Solidly blocking by Mamadi Baji, who has dropped for some defensive duties. And Mamadi scored the second goal in the 2-0 victory over Madrid Batabut. Malik Salah with the clearance. Per Sambu, the left back. Abdurrahman Fai down. Abdurrahman Fai deployed on the right side of the defense for Bairo Football Club under the guidance of Bobakar Ba and Yusuf Abuja. Whilst SMS Football Academy, a team established this season, currently playing in the West Coast Region 3rd Division for the very first time, alongside Bairo as well. Bairo also having the first test of the qualifier. Per Sambu going long, trying to connect the run of Albert Pereira. Khalilu Baji. Khalilu spreads it wide. Abdullah saw the team captain, trying to connect the run of Lamin Koma, but he could not connect to that. Played the 3rd Division proper for Bere Wuleng Football Club last season. Player Russell, central referee, not the least interested as he waved in for a play on. That's a tackle from the team captain Aliu Jiba. And Aliu Jiba, that was a late tackle from Jiba, the team captain. The score is currently 0-0 in case you're just joining us from the Sanyang football field. The central referee will hopefully have a word with Aliu Jiba, the team captain, and Aliu survive. A yellow card for Jiba, the team captain, as judged by the central referee Yankuba I.M. Jaju. I.M. Yankuba is the central referee, being assisted by Makilu Sedi, Banja Fatajo, and Abubakar Jabi. This time the goalkeeper to the rescue partly. Albert Pereira, dribble pass one, and he's been held on the far side. Yes, SMS Football Academy nil. Bairo Football Club nil. Ali Kuli to deliver. Ali going long, getting it forward, strongly headed out partly by Malik Salah, heading it down to Cherno, and Cherno is penalized by the flag of the assistant referee for an offside. Busy technical area, and Bairo played in this year's Brikama Somanawetan, and the team has never won a trophy in the Brikama Somanawetan after having 4 years in the tournament. This year in the league, crash out in the round of 16 after being defeated by Bairo by 2-0, or Daru rather, by 2-0, and in the knockout round of 32, lost 1-0 to Elephant 3 on the far side. Not a decent one, an opportunity for Bairo to chase, calling in for an offside, but Abdullah saw the team captain not there. Fantastic delivery from Pierre Sambo. Pierre Sambo, the left back for SMS Football Academy. The team dressed in green and white shirts, green shorts and white socks. And Pierre some defensive duties, trying to get the ball down, and still in play for Bairo, getting it down. Koma Russell. Nothing given by the central referee, Aliu Jiba, team captain. Aliu getting it down to Albert Pereira. Albert Pereira penalized, and he seems to be furious after that decision from the central referee, but he has the final say. And Bairo started this game under the guidance of Bubakar Ba and Yusufa Bojang. Suleiman Sane has maintained his position as the trusted goalkeeper for Bairo. Aliu Jiba around the center circle, team captain. That's a foul. Set piece for Bairo Football Club. Bairo will deliver this. Going long, and the score is unchanged. 0-0 from the Sanyang football field. Cherno Sala to Mapa Malik Sala. Cherno once again. Mamadi Baje to team captain Aliu Jiba, heading it down. Not a great combination. Mamadi Baje once again. Mamadi calling for the central referee's decision, but that's an offside as judged by the assistant referee. Interesting and lively, and this game has every ingredient to be called a great game, but currently it is missing the goal or goals. Which of the sides will find the back of the net for the first time remains to be seen. But of course, already is a hard battling contest between SMS Football Academy and Bairo Football Club. The score unchanged. Mamadi Baji trying to reconnect the run of Aliu Jiba, the team captain. Abdullah Sow, that's a foul. Last judged by the central referee. Lively and entertaining, of course interesting. And of course, Kemo, a goal will definitely change the dynamics here. And we believe a goal might be enough to seal a victory for any of the sides here, because if SMS is able to score first, they will either want to get the second or hold on to the 1-0 advantage. And equally, Bairo Football Club. But the score is already 0-0 at the Sanyang football field. It's still around the area. And Bairo clears that ball desperately.
Yes, very well, Pa. Tightly contested games like this, a goal is sometimes enough to to win the tie for a particular team. So if a goal is being able to score here, and then at least one of the sides here is able to break the deadlock before the in any time before the regulation time is over, I believe that side can go home with the victory here and then get themselves a spot in the third round of the qualifiers. But I mean, a team can also come from behind and then come from behind and then win this particular contest. But it is a highly contested affair, a very tight game. So in such games, you need to make sure that you don't concede the goal, especially the first goal into the game. So I believe, and then all both these sides here will be having this in mind that yes, we should not concede the goal first because it might be difficult or detrimental to our course of qualifying to the third round. So this is why you can see them defending very well against their opponents here and then trying to making sure that they create themselves good opportunities and then penalize their opponent's part.
Thank you very much. On the far side is an attack. And Sankare Rasold and Bairo on the attack now. Malik Salah dropping down for some defensive duties. Getting it down to the team captain Aliu Jiba. Jiba Aliu around the center circle. And Aliu nothing given by the central referee from an offside position. And finally, Bairo benefits from a set piece around the center of the pitch. Bairo benefits from a set piece. It's a set piece and busy technical area. SMS under the guidance of Abu Bijalo and Sheriff Manga is his immediate assistant. Whilst Bairo having Bubakar Ba and Yusuf Abojang as the trusted calfers. Three-man wall assembled by the boys dressed in green and white SMS Football Academy. Whilst Bairo currently having two players behind the ball. And one of the players is Lamin Koma. Is it going to be taken by Koma? Floats that ball on the far side. Albert Pereira dropping down for some defensive duties. Bakari Jaju. Bairo. Central referee not interested. Albert Pereira getting it further to Cherno Sala. One of the shortest and smallest, one of the finest players for SMS Football Academy. This is Albert Pereira. Spreads it wide. Fantastic clearance from Bairo Football Club. Sankare. Malik Sala. Albert Pereira. This is Cherno Sala could not have the perfect control. And he seems disappointed after failing to control that ball decently as the ball rolls into the gloves of the goalkeeper Suleiman Sane, who is in goal for Bairo Football Club. The score is unchanged at the Sanyang football field, lively and entertaining. And the score is 0-0. Bairo won their first game when they got the better of HDW Sports on post-match shootouts after 1-1 in regulation. Jiba. Abdullah Sow. Is lively and entertaining, and the score is unchanged 0-0 from the Sanyang football field. Who is bagging or banging the first goal remains to be seen. And a goal might do it here. Or post-match shootout to decide the winner. They have to settle it out in regulation. Or post-match shootout to decide the winner between Bairo and SMS Football Academy. The winner will advance to the third round, while the loser will cross out. Bakari Jaju is being rewarded. And the score is unchanged. 0-0 in case you're just joining us, and the game is live on LSTV1 at the Cabin Parliament Party. Kemo Kanye, and of course behind camera operations is Osman and the team of camera operators. Glancing header. Massive clearance from Omar Jiba, who is having the defensive partnership alongside Ali Koli. SMS Football Academy nil. Bairo Football Club nil. Bakari Jaju dropping down for some defensive duties around the edge. Spreads it wide to Cherno Salah. Fantastic strike and blocked indecently by the custodian Suleiman Sane. Fantastic delivery and fantastic effort from Cherno Salah. And Cherno had the opportunity to put that beyond the reach of the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper alert enough to get that ball decently. And of course, the game is still 0-0. Busy technical area for Gavas. Babukar Ba on the technical area giving instructions to his boys. Equally Abu Bijalo, who is the trusted gaffer for SMS Football Academy around the center circle. Cherno Salah heading it down. Team captain Ali Ujiba. Abdullah Shaw, the team captain for Bairo. Spreads it wide on the far. Bairo going long, not a great combination. From an offensive position to a defensive position. Abdurrahman Fai trying to keep that ball in play, but unfortunately failed in the process. SMS Football Academy nil, Bairo Football Club nil. And it's a throw in. Per Sambu, who is playing as one of the wing backs. Cross comes in. Aliu Chiba. Not a massive clearance. Albert Pereira trying to test the goalkeeper from inches, but unfortunately sailed over the crossbar. And of course, SMS Football Academy continue to be the most impressive side since the commencement, because majority of the ball is being played in their opposition's half, but currently struggling to find the back of the net. I think the closest they came was when Cherno Salah controlled that ball around the D, but unfortunately his shot was partly saved by the goalkeeper, as the score remains still 0-0.
Very well, Pa. I mean, in the qualifiers, every other game is treated as a final by both sides that are involved in the game. So this is why you always see a very, very tightly contested affair. This is not an exception to that, because defenders wouldn't want to make any error that their opponents will capitalize on, and then trying to make it so that they penalize them for their errors or the mistakes that they will be making. So this is why you see both defensive setups are doing very well in trying to make it so that they close every other gap that will be available for their opponent to exploit, so that they can prevent them from scoring against them, especially in for the fourth goal into this contest. But solely, I mean, both sides are having a very, very good players within their midst, and then slowly we are going to at least see a goal or two into this particular contest before the final whistle is gone. If that fails, it must be decided from the post match shootout, and then the teams, one of the sides here will know their fate, that they will be playing in the next round, and then the other will be going home without making any progress into the qualifiers, and then we'll must have to wait for the next season's qualifiers. But I mean, both of the sides here would want to make a progress into these qualifiers, and then eventually participating in the third division proper, so that they can also make their way to the second division. But this is a very, very important game for both sides, and also a very tightly contested affair for both sides. I believe before coming into this, both will be prepared for one another, and then this is why you have seen a very, very tightly affair into this particular contest here, Pa.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Lively and entertaining. from the Sanyang football field, and it is live on LSTV1. Bairo nil, SMS Football Academy nil. Pierre. Bairo. Pamalik Salah trying to reconnect the run of Omar Jiba. Abdullah Sow. Bairo. That's a foul as judged by the assistant referee. Bairo will use the opportunity to break. The boys dressed in light green shirts, and black socks under the guidance of Bubakar Ba and Yusuf Abujang. Whilst SMS in green and white. Abu Bijalo is the trusted gaffer. Won Madrid but about 2-0 in the fourth outing. For the very first time of asking in the West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifier. And the objective, according to the coach, has been to take it game by game and have the opportunity in playing in the West Coast Region 3rd Division proper. 3-man wall assembled. Lamin Koma to deliver. Urging his players to be on standby. Lamin Koma 10. Floats that ball long. Glancing header from Abdurrahman Fai. Never troubled the goalkeeper, Vicente Gomez. Vicente Gomez. And time running out as far as the first half is concerned. As the two sides will battle it out in the first 40 minutes. To decide who is going to advance and who is going to cross out. If there is no winner in the first period, the second half will surely do. Omar Jiba. Mamadi Baje. Mamadi chipping it forward. Abdullah Sow. Mamadi Baji. That's a foul. Mamadi Baji getting it forward to Cherno Salah. And Pamalik Salah will now deliver that for SMS Football Academy, and the score is 0-0 per Sambo. Ali Kole around the edge of the 18. Bairo strikes. Bairo. Lamin Koma. Getting it down to Abdurrahman Fai. Fai Abdurrahman blocked indecently by Pa Malik Salah. Abdurrahman Fai to deliver the throw in for the Brikama Base Club. Abdurrahman Fai is a long one. Partly headed out. Aliu Jiba, team captain. Cherno Salah against the left back of Bairo Football Club. And Bairo will now rely on the left back, Khalilu Baji. Khalilu has been rewarded and is Bairo to deliver the set piece deep in their own half. The Brikama Base Club cross out in the round of 16 and 32 in both the league and the knockout. Mamadi Baji to Albert Pereira. SMS in their first game scored both goals in the second half, and currently having players on the technical or on the substitute bench who can definitely change this game. Ali Koli heading it down. Abdullah Sow, team captain. Mamadou Jallo spreads it wide on the far side to Lamin Koma. Koma to chase. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down around the edge of the 18. Bairo once again. It is getting older in the first half. Getting older in the first half between SMS and Bairo Football Club. And the Gavas are indeed ambitious on the technical area. Ali Uchiwa, team captain, SMS. Per Sambo. Per Long, Vicente. To Albert Pereira. Albert Pereira. Time running out, and we can still have a goal in the first half, Kemo. But currently, both sides hoping to get a goal before the end of the first period, as we have already played 38 minutes unofficial in the first half, and we can boldly say we have under 2 minutes of normal and what is expected to be added on. If we don't have a goal, it's going to be 0-0 at halftime between Bairo Football Club and SMS Football Academy.
Yes, under 2 minutes plus any other additional time that is to be added here for either of the sides to change the dynamics of this particular game here by at least scoring a goal here, without which, I mean, they will be settling for a stalemate in the first 45 minutes here, and then the halftime talks will take place, and then we will see what those will also impact in the performance of the second half, and also the intentions that both teams are having, whether they will be able to realize those intentions coming into the second half will still remains it will still remain the question here. But nonetheless, I mean, it is still 0-0 here, close to the halfway part of this regulation time here. But I mean, any of the sides here can score, because you need only one very good chance here within this 1 minute or so for you to be able to get yourself to a score sheet here. And then I believe both sides are very much aware of the timing here currently, and then they will try to make it so that whenever chances comes their way, they will try to capitalize on either capitalize on at least one of the chances here that they will be creating before the final whistle for the first half will be gone here. But
thank you very much. It is getting older and older in the first half as we move into the closing stages of the first half between Bairo and SMS Football Academy. The score is unchanged. Bairo 0, SMS Football Academy 0 is the current score from the Sanyang football field, in case you're just joining us, and the game is live on LSTV. Parliament Fatih, Kim Ukanya, and of course Osman and the team behind camera operations. We have under a minute plus what is expected to be added on before the central referee Yankuba I.M. Jajo and the team will bring an end to the first half of this crucial and lively game in the West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifier. And we're also having some other games across West Coast Region, and we will try to monitor situations elsewhere. From the Sanyang football field, the score is unchanged 0-0. And elsewhere, we will confirm. Bairo, already the flag of the assistant referee is up. Still, the medic is on the pitch. Any moment from now, central referee will end these proceedings in the first half. Mama Dibaji. Ball is still in play. The flag has already gone up for a throw in. Abu Bijalo Industrials on the technical area. It's a throw in now to the boys from Brikama Bairo Football Club. It's a clash between the boys from Brikama and the boys from Maria Makunda and its satellite communities. Bairo enjoying possession in their own half. Launches that ball forward. The flag of the assistant referee has gone up against the team captain Abdullah Sow. Pamalik Sala to Cherno Sala. That's at the final whistle of the first half. That's the final action of the first half, and it is half time at the Sanyang football field. Half time between Bairo and SMS Football Academy. Half time without a goal. Bairo nil, SMS Football Academy nil is the current score, and of course we will also have 15 minutes of rest. We'll be back for the continuation of the live commentary in the second and final half. It has been Walamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Osman Kamara anti-team. Until then, bye-bye, and do join us in the next 15 for the continuation of the live commentary in the second half. Welcome back to the Sanyang football field for the continuation of the live commentary, and it is the second and final half. Second and final half between Bairo and SMS Football Academy from the Sanyang football field and live on LSTV1. And now SMS will be playing from our left to right, whilst Bairo rather kicks from our right to left. SMS in white and green shorts and white socks, whilst Bairo in light green shorts and black socks. Ali Koli. Ali is still going solo. Ali Koli, the central defender for SMS Football Academy, rewarded by the central referee. And we believe any moment there might be substitution for SMS. Bakari Jaju around the center circle, being tracked down by the team captain. Bakari Jaju floats that ball forward to Lamin Koma. Around the edge of the 18, can they get something? And Lamin Koma could not have a perfect delivery. Both sides picked it from where they left it in the first half and search for a goal here. Bakari Jaju. Can they get something from this? Cherno Sala having it off against Bakari. Swiftly taken. Bairo FC. SMS Football Academy will have the opportunity now. Bekai Sankari, the right back, to deliver. Crowded penalty area for Bairo FC. And Bairo having some defensive duties to do. Bekai Sankari, the trusted player to deliver this. Sankari floats that. Long and high one. Easy time netminder Suleiman Sane. And Bairo FC under the guidance of Babukar Ba and Yusuf Abujang started this game with Suleiman Sane in goal. Osman Manga, Dominic Mendy, Abdurrahman Fai, Khalilu Baje, Bakari Jaju, Mamadou Jallo, Abdullah Sow, team captain Lamin Koma, Kajali Mane, and Abdou Sanyang completing the 11 for the boys from Brikama, whilst SMS started this game with Vicente Gomez in goal, Bekai Sankare, Ali Koli, Omar Jiba, Per Sambo, Cherno Sala, Malik Sala, Aliou Jiba, Mamadi Baje, Ibrahima Conte and Albert Pereira leads the line and completes the 11 for SMS Football Academy. It is lively and entertaining. Lamin Koma heading it down. Ali Koli. Ali Koli to Pa Malik Salah. Any moment from now, we might have substitution to either come from Bairo or SMS Football Academy. Omar Jiba. Albert Pereira. That's a decent control. On the far side, Bairo picks possession through Abdurrahman Fai. Around the edge of the 18, Abdullah Sow. Per Sambu. Back to Omar Jiba, and Omar takes that swiftly. Ibrahima Conte Ibrahima maneuvers his way out around the dividing line for SMS Football Academy. Back to Per Sambo. Pa Malik Salah. Ibrahima Conte once again to Albert Pereira to chase. Malik Salah penalized. SMS will try to regroup and have some defensive duties. It is Bairo to deliver a long one. Set piece for Bairo Football Club. Both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half. So set piece at a great position. All the players of SMS Football Academy currently back for some defensive duties, except Cherno Salah. Abdurrahman Fairada to deliver. That seems to be push and pull between the players of SMS and Bairo Football Club and the central referee Yankuba I.M. Jaju. Seems to have spotted that. Abdurrahman Fai floats that ball. This time partly. Ibrahima still trying to go solo. Cherno Salah. Cherno Salah to chase. Still Cherno trying to maneuver his way out. The score is 0-0 and it is the second half. A goal in regulation or post-match shootout to decide the winner. And the last time Bairo advanced was on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation against HDW Sports at the Yundum football field. Whilst SMS Football Academy got the better of Madrid Butterboot by 2-0 to book a place. And currently, Lamin Cisse and Ilya Sanyang are of course warming up, and they are one of the experienced players, and of course any moment from now SMS Football Academy will inject fresh legs and they will surely have the time to take off some tired legs around the area. Already is a handball as judged by the central referee. Came on both sides picking it from where they left it, and currently at a crucial moment where both teams need to score or else it's going to be post-match shootout to decide the winner. But of course SMS Football Academy currently working on a substitution, and currently two of their most experienced players, Lamin Cisse and Ilya Sanya, are of course currently warming up for introduction.
Yes, the final half for either of the sides to at least decide the game within the regulation time. Otherwise, it must be settled from the sport kick, and then they are very well aware of this. And then so this is why you can see SMS is trying to introduce some of or two of their very experienced players into this particular half, because experience counts a lot, especially when it comes to this such a moment in the game. And then this is what they are hoping for, so that when those experienced players are introduced, they will be able to do them a favor into the game, and then try to making sure that they put the game to bed for them in their favor. So let's see what happens here. What the two substitutes will be able to add up to this particular SMS site here, the quality that they will come up with, and then what is going to be the benefit of the quality that they are going to be introduced into the pitch. But I believe they are going to be very very instrumental in their course to getting themselves qualified to the next round SMS. Also, their opponents are also having two of their men who are currently warming up in trying to making sure they also come into the game and then take part in the final moment of the game part.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanyi. Interesting and lively from the Sanyang football field. And the game is live on LSTV1. Ilya Sanyang, who scored the first goal in the 2-0 victory over Madrid Butterboot. And Lamin Cisse, who had spells with the Gambia Armed Forces in the top flight, are currently warming up for introduction. And from the Sanyang football field, who is going to get it. It says Albert Pereira. That's going to be a card. Bakari Jaju received a yellow. And earlier on it was Kalilu Baji. Kalilu Baji with the fourth yellow card for Bairo Football Club, and the second went to Bakari Jaju. And Pamalik Salah will now have the opportunity to deliver this. One of the midfielders alongside team captain Aliou Jiba. And the score is unchanged. 0-0 from the Sanyang football field. Who is finding the back of the net for the first time remains to be seen, but also the biggest question and ambition for both sides. Central referee Yankuba I.M. Jaju has already given the opportunity. Ali Koli trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. Albert Pereira. Aliou Jiba to chase. Team captain. Albert Pereira. Mamadi Baje. And he gets something from that. Trying to shoot from distance. Spreads it wide to Abdurrahman Fai. Fai being tracked down by Mamadi Baji. Abdurrahman Fai still trying to go solo. And Mamadi Baji, that's going to be a yellow card. Yellow card for Mamadi Baji. Set piece at a great position. Set piece at a crucial position. Bairo. There's a great presence around the area. And Bairo hoping to get something from that. It's a set piece. Abdurrahman Fai to deliver. Having a lot of light green colors around the edge. Around the 18-yard area for Bairo for SMS Football Academy. Bairo having a great presence. And Abdurrahman Fai to deliver. Abdurrahman Fai, player rustled and rewarded. Lamin Sise. And Ilyas Sanya are the players being prepared. Aliou Jiba, team captain. Jiba Aliou down to Cherno Sala. Cherno. Set piece and rewarded to SMS Football Academy. SMS nil. Bairo nil. Not a good one from Bekai Sankare. Abdullah Sow around the center circle. Aliu Jiba. Set piece for Bairo. Delivery. Bairo going long. An easy time custodian. Bakari Jajo is currently down, receiving attention from his fellow player. And Abdullah Sow, the team captain. It's the second half. And central referee. That's a simulation. Lamin Koma against Ali Koli. Any moment from now is going to be substitution for SMS Football Academy. Around the area, SMS hoping to clear their line. An opportunity. Albert Pereira, Alberto Chernosala. Chernosala spreads it wide. From the goalkeeper to Abdullah Sow. And Abdullah couldn't keep that ball in play. And of course, time running out for both sides. They have to score in regulation or head support smart shootouts to decide the winner between the two. And there is one of the two that will advance, whilst the other will crash out. Mamadi Baji. Mamadi Baji once again. And the central referee has ordered the ball to be taken. And of course, it is still 0-0 Kemo. Interestingly, SMS will now rely on experienced players to at least have a goal here, whilst Bairo will also have the opportunity of getting a goal in regulation or else post-match shootout to decide the winner, just like Bairo did against HDW Sports at the Yundum football field. Currently, it's a set piece for SMS Football Academy. Abdullah Sow down for some defensive duties. Abdurrahman Fai. Time definitely running out for both sides. And they have to score, or else it's going to be post-match shootout to decide the winner.
Very well, Pa. We are now in the final 20 minutes of the game. So, if any of the sides, if both sides are failed to score a goal here before the final 20 minutes is over, then the game must be decided from the post-match post-match shootout, and then they are well aware of that. So, I believe the experience that the SMS team is now trying to introduce here will be able to help them throughout the course of the final 20 minutes. But also, we are going to see, I mean, another substitutions rather from their opponents as well, Bairo FC, who are also going to introduce two new fresh legs into this particular game that will also be helping them in going forward and then trying to making sure that they add up so much energy into the game. So you can see London will be introduced by this. Uh, Bairo FC side, and then his presence forward will help solely Bairo in going forward and then trying to make sure that they create those goal scoring opportunities. But firstly, we are going to see two substitutions from the opponents here. That is the SMS Football Academy, and then we will see what the two substitutions from either end will be able to help them in trying to achieve their course of getting the third spot place for the qualifiers here.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Double substitution on SMS Football Academy. And currently team captain Aliou Jiba is off. Alongside who we have to confirm. Aliou Jiba is the first player to be taking off alongside Ibrahima Conte on Ilyas Sanyang and Lamin Cisse injected. Lamin Cisse, one time a player of Gambia Armed Forces. Ilyas Sanyang scored the first goal before Mamadi Baji wrap up the 2-0 victory over Madrid Batabut in their first game, and Ilyas has just been introduced alongside Lamin Cisse. And any moment, Bairo will also introduce two fresh legs and will get rid of tired legs. Who is coming in and who is going off remains to be seen. And currently the players being lined up is Lamin Kuyate and Alpha Manga. Lamin Kuyate and Alpha Manga will be introduced any moment from now. And this is the best of times game, or we believe teams could have their substitutions because it's already on the heading into the final 15 minutes of the second half. And now they have to inject all what they have before, or having the chance of getting a goal in regulation before heading to post-match shootout if there is need be.
Yes, very well. This is the time, and then we are in the final 20 minutes, as I've earlier mentioned. So both of the sides here, both technical benches are aware of the timing here, and then they are putting up every effort that they will be that is necessary from them, and then trying to make it so that whichever weapon that they have on the bench that they feel can give them a change into the game will all be introduced here before the final whistle is gone. And then we have seen the first two substitutions here already been made by the SMS side, and now that it is the turn for the Bairo FC, who will also be introducing two fresh legs into the game. So these are perhaps two players from either sides that the coaches feel can bring about change into the game. So I believe which of the side, if either side is able to score a goal here, that will do them a favor in trying to making sure that they qualify to the next phase of the qualifiers for the West Coast third division. It's not going to be an easy game because you need to play at least, I mean, 5 games before you get yourselves qualified to the third division proper. So they are well aware of that. 60 teams are competing in this particular, I mean, third division qualifier is not a small number of teams. So for them winning in the first game and then coming into the second game here, so they know that they must win as well for you to get yourself any advancement into these qualifiers, because it is every other game must be a win game for you. Otherwise, if you lose any of the game in the qualifiers, solely you will be going out. And then they are very much aware of this. So this is why they are introducing their best players that they can rely on the bench in trying to make sure that they see the final, I mean, a part of the game to see what their destiny will determine for them at the end of the regulation time here. But I mean, they must score, otherwise it must be decided from the post-match shootout.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Interesting moments at the Sanyang football field in the 2025-26 West Coast Region 3rd Division qualifiers. It's the second game for Bairo and SMS Football Academy. And Ali Koli heading it down. Back to the goalkeeper, Vicente Gomez. Bekai Sankare. Is a throw in for Bairo. The score is unchanged. Bairo nil, SMS Football Academy nil. SMS earlier on has injected 2 fresh legs, bringing in Elias Sanyang. Elias to Albert. Albert Pereira to Lamin Sise. Another latest entrant, Cherno Sala, in an offside position. An attack, Mamadi Baje, great control. Trying to get something from that, strikes. That's a fantastic delivery from Mamadi Baje, but could not hit the back of the net from that distance. That was a fantastic delivery, Kemo. At some point we thought it was going to be the opener for SMS Football Academy, but his effort sailed off.
Yes, you can see that he believes he can do better than what he had done, and then also the fans that are outside are currently telling him that you could have done better with that particular ball, and then himself believes that he can do better than that. But let's see what happens here. He must be a player that they are always relying on in such a position, because I mean he's having that shooting power that can trouble any goalkeeper, and then this is one of them. If it went straight into the into the goal post, that would have been a very troubling ball for the Bairo FC goalkeeper. So, but the game continues here, and then SMS keeps pressing, and then Bairo currently continually, I mean, defending against the threats that they are currently receiving from the SMS football academy side.
Thank you very much. Time getting older. Initially it was the first half, and now the second half, strongly headed out by Bakari Jaju. It's going to be a chase. Lamin Sise around the center circle. Bekai Sankare to Elias Sanya. Cherno Sala to Lamin Sise once again. Lamin Sise again. Dominic Mendy. Ali Kohli heading it out. Bairo Football Club. Ali Kohli urging his players to move forward. Elias Sanyang trying to head it down to Lamin Sise. Abdullah Sow spreads it wide, and Bairo on the attack. Can they get something from this? Abdurrahman Fai, easy time netminder. Cherno Sala to chase. Spreads it wide on the left side of the defense. Khalilu Baji. Lamin Sise to Cherno Sala. Cherno trying to maneuver his way out, having it tough against the tall and lanky central defender for Bairo Football Club. Bekai Sankare. Another throw in. Ali Kohli to take that. Abdullah Sow, the team captain for Bairo, spreads it wide. Time getting older. It's getting older for both SMS Football Academy and Bairo FC. Who is advancing and who is crashing out remains to be seen. Abdullah Sow. Abdullah Sow, the team captain, heading it down. Is that going to be an opportunity? And finally is being cleared by Bekai Sankare, the right back. Bairo to benefit from a corner. Corner Bairo FC. Lamin Kuyate, the new entrant, will deliver this corner, crowded penalty area. As SMS Football Academy prepare to clear its line. Pamalik Salah around the edge, Bakari Jaju. Kuyate Lamin trying to maneuver his way out. Dribble pass one, still struggling to get the ball. Cherno Salah down for some defensive duties. Mamadi Baje. Abdullah Sow now Bairo. Abdullah chips it forward. This time straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper Vicente Gomez. Entertaining and lively, but currently without a goal. Who is winning it remains to be seen. SMS nil, Bairo FC nil. SMS working on another substitution any moment from now. It's a delivery now, long one. Time running out. SMS Football Academy nil, Bairo nil. Who is winning it remains to be seen. Ali Kohli to take that delivery. Long one for SMS Football Academy. Lamin Sisa to Mamadi Baji. Mamadi scored the second in the 2-0 victory. Elias Sanya. Cherno Sala slips in the build-up. Bekai Sankare. Around the edge. Cherno Sala. Time running out, and we have already played 36 minutes unofficial in the second half. So we can boldly say we have under 4 minutes of normal time, and what is expected to be added on. If there is no goal, the game is heading to post-match shootout. Kemo, I think we've already played 36 minutes. Under 4 minutes of normal time, if there is no goal, it's going to be decided on post-match shootout.
Yes, very well. Under 4 minutes here, plus any other time that will be added here for any of the sides to be able to know their feet in trying to make it sure that way that they will be playing in the next phase of the qualifiers, or they are going to be booted out here. So the technical benches especially are well aware of the timing here, and then so are the players who are also playing here knows that the time is not on their side now. They must score in the regulation time or decide the game from the post-match shootout. So you can see that both sides will be making sure that they defend very well against their opponent, and then trying to making sure that they did not concede the goal at this 9 minutes of the game. And then if because they know that conceding the goal at this moment of the game is is going to be a very catastrophic catastrophic to their course of getting themselves to the next phase here. And then we are also going to see another substitution here that will be made by the SMS side, and I believe this is one of the players that they are going to rely on in the post-match shootout. So another two players are warming, or three players are warming up here. Perhaps those are going to be the players that they will rely on when it comes to the post-match shootout. So that is now on the minds of both coaches here, that this particular game will perhaps be decided from the post-match shootout, and then this is why we are going to see some later substitutions here that will be made by both coaches, especially for that of the SMS side, who has instructed three of the players to warm up. Perhaps they will be introduced in the 9 minute, but before then, it must be the job must be done within this final minutes here for them to know their feedback.
Thank you very much. An opportunity, Elias Sanyang getting it down. Ball being decently blocked around this center of the pitch. Abdullah Sow, the team captain. Time running out. Abdullah Sow spreads it wide on the far side. SMS Football Academy will have some defensive duties. Bairo dropping it down to Lamin Sise. Still Lamin Sise. Bairo now looking for opportunities. Mamadi Bache. Mamadi getting it forward. It's going to be an opportunity. Headed out partly by the goalkeeper Suleiman Sane. Abdurrahman Fai. Abdurrahman spreads it further. That's a fantastic delivery. Both sides hoping to win it. Any moment there might be a change in the goalkeeping department for SMS Football Academy. And now we believe both teams are working on penalty takers. And Momodu Jalo. A minute added on. Abdurrahman Fai around the edge of the area, spreads it wide around the area. Can they get something from this? Bairo around the edge. Abdullah Sow spreads it wide. An opportunity around the area. decently. And this time around, straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. A substitution. Substitution. Vicente Gomez is out and Momodu Jallo is being replaced. And of course, Kemo, it is agent closer. And of course, post-match shootout now to decide the winner. Full time at the Sanyang football field. It's full time between SMS Football Academy and Bairo. And it is now post-match shootout, Kemo, to decide the winner.
Yes, now the final part of the game is the shootout here. One of the sides must know their feet after the final shootout, and then both sides will know their feet after the post-match shootout. So we will know which of the side will be proceeding, and then which of the side would not be making a progress into the qualifier. So, but both sides are aware of this. So let's see which of the players teams here will be having their players at their best shape and also their best form to in trying to make it so that they go home with the victory here, because this is the only opportunity available to them now that is from the sport here. It's either going to be SMS Football Academy or that of Bairo FC to actually move their way to the third round of these qualifiers here already. So the final whistle here has been blown, and then the two captains have been called upon by the center referee, and then we will or we shall see which of the sides here will make their way to the third round of the qualifiers here, and then the captains have now left, and then they are deciding with the center referee where to take the shootout. So it is perhaps going to be taken from the goalpost located on our right, and then the players and also the technical benches here will know at the end of the final penalty shootout whether they will need to prepare for next year or they will continue to train and then face their next opponent in the third round of the qualifiers of the West Coast third division. Remember, it is 60 teams that have registered for the qualifiers. After the fourth games, then it was left 30, and then after this particular game, 15 will be left there, and then perhaps the other round will be left with 8, and then 4, and then eventually some of the three teams rather, or 4, will make their way to the third division proper. So the players are now on the pitch, and then the center referee is also heading towards the post where the penalty takers will be making their efforts to qualify their sides to the third round here. So we will see which of the side. It is the first kick here is going to be executed by the SMS Football Academy. But
thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Of course, it is now post-match shootout to decide the winner. It is post-match shootout to decide the winner. Momodu Jallo is being replaced, or has replaced the first goalkeeper Vicente Gomez shortly before the end of the game. And currently there is that discussion between the central referee Yankuba IM Jaju and the two goalkeepers. And Suleiman Sane will solely face the first penalty and Ali Koli to take the first spot kick. It has ended 0-0 in regulation between SMS Football Academy and Bairo FC at the Sanyang Football Field in the 2025-26 West Coast Region 3rd Division Qualifier. Navi moment, of course, Ali Koli to take the first penalty and will face the custodian of Bairo, Suleiman Sane. Ali Koli, will he be able to convert? Ali scores a beauty of a spot kick and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. That was beautifully executed, Kemo, and it is now the turn of SMS Football Academy or Bairo Football Club to deliver their first penalty, and it's going to be Bakari Jaju to take that.
Yes, Bagari is having a huge responsibility. The first take for the SMS side have executed it well, so the first take for Bairo also needs to do the same. Otherwise, it can jeopardize the opportunity for his side to actually get themselves to the next level of the qualifiers. But let's see what Bakari will do with this particular penalty here.
Thank you very much. It is lively and entertaining. Bakari Jaju to deliver the first spot kick for Bairo Football Club. The boys from Brikama will face Momodu Jalo. Will he be able to score? Or is it going to be a save for Momodu Jalo? Bakari. And Bakari sends the goalkeeper, beautifully executed. Bakari Jaju sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, beautifully executed. And it is now the turn of SMS Football Academy, Albert Pereira, to take the second spot kick.
Yes, two beautiful penalties from both sides here, and then Pereira is now given the responsibility for SMS to execute the second one. He is going to be the third taker for this particular penalty here. Let's see what Pereira will also do about this particular penalty.
It's getting more and more interesting. Albert Pereira will now face Suleiman Sane. Pereira, Albert struck the standbar. Albert Pereira sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Unfortunately for him, his effort struck the standbar. And a sign of relief for Bairo Football Club. Came home beautifully executed, but unfortunately for Albert Pereira, his effort struck the standbar.
Very well. He was unlucky to get his name on the score sheet. Now it is the turn of Bairo FC to get their second kick. If he is able to execute this well, then that will give them an advantage into this penalty shootout part.
It is now Bairo FC. Usman Manga, 34, will face the goalkeeper Momodu Jalo. Usman, will he be able to score? And the goalkeeper gets right. But unfortunately for Momodu Jalo, could not have a hand to it. And Bairo currently on the driving seat at the Sanyang Football Field, and Bekai Sankare will deliver the third spot kick for SMS Football Academy.
Yes, it's an important kick for SMS Football Academy, and Sankare is having a lot of a huge responsibility here. If he is not able to execute this well, that will be a very, very difficult moment for his side to actually realize their course of qualifying to the next phase. But let's see what happens here first, whether he'll be able to execute this well or not.
It's now the turn of Bekai Sankare. Sankare Bekai to face the goalkeeper Suleiman Sane. Bekai Sankare, hands on hip. Will he be able to convert? Sankare Bekai. Will he be able to score? Bekai Sankare. Sankare! What a strike and a beauty of a goal. And scores that beautifully. And SMS Football Academy will now rely on Momodu Jalo to be their savior. It is now Bairo to take the third spot kick. And of course the substitute Alpha Manga will take the third spot kick for Bairo FC.
Yes, very well. Manga is having a job to do. If he scores this, then that will continually give his side an advantage into this, because SMS have already taken 3 kicks and then one lost. So Bairo currently have taken 2. So this is the third one. If he's able to spot it well, then that will help his side in trying to making sure that they realize their course part.
It's a substitute. Alpha Manga against Momodu Jallo. Alpha Manga against Momodu Jallo. Momodu Jallo. Would he become the savior of SMS Football Academy? Alpha! Fantastic strike. And to the bottom corner. And it's a goal for Bairo FC. It's now Mamadi Baji to take the fourth spot kick. SMS Football Academy currently down by, of course, a goal. And Mamadi Baji will take the fourth spot kick for SMS Football Academy. Of course, Kemo, interesting moments here as SMS Football Academy down by a goal to nil.
Yes, very well. I mean, 3 kicks from SMS and then 1 loss. 3 kicks from Bairo. All of them have scored. So they needed. At least 1 loss from the Bairo FC side to actually, equal the scoreline here. But currently, let's see what happens.
Mamadi Baji, huge responsibility. Mamadi sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, beautifully executed. And SMS will still rely on their goalkeeper. And SMS Football Academy will still rely on their netminder. Another substitute, Lamin Kuyate, will take the fourth spot kick for Bairo. And that's going to be the fourth spot kick for Bairo. I stand to be corrected. And of course, it's going to be another substitute against a substitute in goal for SMS Football Academy.
Yeah, the fourth responsibility will be taken by Lamin Kuyate. So his side, all of his players that have taken the penalty have scored. Bairo 4 takes already. Sorry, SMS 4 takes already, 1 lost. While Bairo 3 takes, and all of them scored. So Lamin Kuyate is the one given the responsibility for the 4th take. Let's see what he will be able to do.
Will he be able to score? Lamin Kuyate! And Lamin Kuyate scores and beautifully executed. And it is now the turn of Ilyas Sanyang. And Ilyas Sanyang will take the 5th kick. And it's a loss win for SMS Football Academy. And of course, a score win for Bairo. Anyway, it is now the turn. And now the turn of Ilyas Sanyang. And Ilyas is the 5th penalty taker. He needs to score, else it's going to be game over for SMS.
Yes, he must score. If he fails to score Ilyasa, then that will be a game over for them because already they have lost 1. So Bairo have scored all the 4 that they had taken. Rather, so this is the 5th kick for the SMS side here. So it is he must score for his side to move forward.
Ilyas must score, and Ilyas must score for SMS to have any opportunity, and saved by the goalkeeper. It is all over and all over at the Sanyang football field. And Bairo Football Club has advanced to the next stage, whilst SMS Football Academy, of course, had their journey cut short on post-match shootout. Bairo won on post-match shootout in their first game, and once again did it in their second game over SMS Football Academy. And of course, it has just ended in regulation 0-0 before Bairo advanced on post-match shootout. And this is where we're going to wrap it up. It has been Parliament Fatih, Kemo Kanye, Usman Kamara and the team. Until then, bye-bye from the Sanyang football field till we come your way again.